Hello and welcome to Inkscape for Teachers. In this tutorial I'll be showing you how to create a nephroid or kidney shape using an envelope of circles. Let's get started. E for the circles and ellipses tool, Control Shift to drag out quite a large circle. And then let's do a smaller version of that and ensure that we've got these two rotation centres and object centres snapping turned on and quadrant points of ellipses snapping turned on there. I'm going to drag that point to so it snaps. We want the centre snapping. There it is. Sometimes zooming in helps. And if I click that little one a second time, its centre of rotation is shown by a little cross, but hard to see. I can drag that down here, and I can drag it to snap to the centre of the big circle. That's important. Now if we click on that small circle, edit, clone, create tiled clones, and under Shift ensure that negative 100% is in the Shift X per column and negative 100 in the Shift Y per row. Make it 1 and 100, however many circles. Let's go with 100. That number goes in there. Under rotation, 100th of a circle would be 3.6 degrees. Make sure that goes in there. Then when you're done, click Create, and we've got all those circles. Now we want to unlink these clones because we need to operate on these circles, so let's select everything. And under Edit, Clone, Unlink Clone, we'll unlink any clones. And while we're at it, let's click a second time on one of those circles and shift click the cross to reset the rotation centres of everything. Now that's the rotation centre for the whole group, but if I click away, then click say that circle there and click again, you see little crosses in the centre of the circle. We want each little circle's centre of rotation in the centre of each little circle. Okay, now I'm going to create a guide through that top circle by dragging. I've got snap to guides turned on, dragging from the ruler, create a guide and snap it to the centre of the top circle. And also ensure that you've got snapping to bounding box corners turned on there. Okay, with that we're ready to go. What we're going to do is select each circle, and we're ignoring the top one through the guide there. The first one there we'll operate on is this, and we'll Control Shift drag from a corner until we get snapping of that bounding box to the guide. We'll do that with every circle, Control Shift and drag down a 45-degree angle down towards the vertical guide, and we only operate on the little circles. Once it's enlarged and snapped, we continue on. So we'll just keep doing them like this. They snap. Oops, not snappy. You can go part the way, then the rest of the way sometimes helps. So I'll keep going doing that. And then the rest of the way. You have to do it in 2 stages for some of them. It just gets a bit too much for Inkscape to handle. I think it's to do with this big oops, get to there and then the rest of the way. A bit fiddly, but we'll get there. I'll pause and continue in this fashion. One thing I noticed helped is if I take off the snapping to the smooth nodes icon there was causing me some problems, so I've taken that off. You'll notice now if I click on a circle and Control Shift to drag it, even though the border gets quite large, I can still snap and do it all the way that way. You can see now I've reached the halfway point, so what I'm going to do is select that half and group it. So if I drag a marquee around this and just zoom in, I don't want the little circles. You can see I've got the top little circle, so I'll just shift click that to turn it off, and that one there I think, whoops, what have I got here? Oh, it's up here. Zoom in, shift click that little circle there. Now it's not letting me do that, so why not? If I just click on that one there and delete it. Oh, there's a couple there. Okay, I might do that first. Get rid of this little circle there, delete. Now actually I'll get rid of all these little circles and delete, and yeah, Now I can drag a marquee around this half, Control G to group, Control D to duplicate, reflect in a vertical axis, and let's see if we can drag that across and snap it to the guide, or the bounding box corners. It's snapping to something there. I think that we'll just about do it. Yep, that looks pretty good. Just move it across a bit, and maybe if I zoom in and control drag this across. Yeah, there's a couple of ways you can get it to snap, but I think that's pretty good. I'll get this guide, drag it off there. Of course, the centre circle there, click on that, delete, and now that's probably one of the neatest Nephroids you're able to draw because of that snapping feature. I did do it without the snapping to the vertical line guides. I couldn't get that initially, and it just looked a bit wobbly in here, but this looks pretty neat. So that's a good example of a Nephroid using an envelope of circles at last. Thanks for watching.